Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic, and today we're back with another Microsoft Flight Simulator video, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at the FK9. And sorry about the slight delay between videos, I've been very busy in real life, but here we are again, and I should have a few more videos lined up for this week. So, this is the FK9, it is a 2-seat ultralight, it is still in production in Germany and Poland. Apparently this specific aircraft was inspired by a FK9 owned by Pilot Frank on YouTube. I did look him up, and apparently he does have a FK9, so I'm gonna trust that this is indeed inspired by the real FK9 that he owns. And overall I feel like it looks really good. It's very well done. The exterior, we will be taking a look on the inside. I'm gonna do a quick takeoff, and I'll basically show how it handles. It is a freeware, and as always, I will have a link in my description down below. And right here you can see Pilot Frank YouTube. But as always, I will have a link in my description down below if you want to check this out for yourself. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, it helps me out a lot. And it also lets me know you guys are enjoying the content. And experimental. Nice. So, we are here in Alaska. I really like this airport. It's called Cab, and I will change the weather to basically clear weather, so we don't really have to deal with anything different. So it's basically a level ground for all of the aircrafts I basically show here. This is the inside, and as I did mention, this is really well done. I'm not sure if this is a joke from the real aircraft. I didn't really watch any videos. I just made sure the channel actually existed. But look at this. This is the flaps, which is animated, and as you can see, this is animated as well. This is the throttle. There's not a whole lot to see in here, but it is a 2-seater. There is a checklist, and it's very straightforward. Basically the startup procedure is very straightforward. So fuel shut off valve. It's this right here. I'm gonna set the parking brake, which is this thing here. You can do it manually, or I think this one is the this one is the parking brake. This is the brake, manual brake, I guess. Throttle just slightly cracked, and then battery alternator is the generator, so bat and gen, so battery alternator. The brakes are on, ignition on start, and this is the ignition, which I'm gonna guess it's the magnetos, question mark. Beacon coming on. We don't really need the nav lights, but nav lights coming on. Oil temperature, start. Okay. I'm gonna turn the fuel pump for a couple of seconds. And okay, and let's start. And looks like it worked. I'm not sure if this phone works. Maybe it's a future project. So before takeoff, park, brakes, release. Very straightforward. This is what it sounds like. I'm gonna turn up the volume just a bit. So this is what it sounds like. Looking good. And let's go back inside. Turn down the sound a little bit. There we go, looking good. Here on your tablet, let's do map, because why not? We are at Cab, it is Alaska, Kilo Echo Bravo, if you want to fly here. Really amazing area. I am a little bit biased. I love flying in Alaska, especially the smaller planes like this one. Here we have a fuel gauge, so I'm gonna be turning on the landing lights since we're just by the runway. I'm not gonna be messing with the mouse too much. Let's just adjust my view. I'm a little bit tall, so there we go. I'm gonna release the parking brake, which is released, and we are starting to move. It is very, very capable of taxiing. Here we have basically the runway. I have no throttle whatsoever. And the reason I'm not using my mouse, to basically look around, there's a bug from the last from the last update, excuse me. When you are looking around, your controls lock up. So I'm gonna do flaps up, and I completely forgot. So I was holding my mouse. I'm gonna do full throttle. There we go. There we go. And look at how fast we gain speed. And we can actually make it over this little hill, this little mountain. Flaps up. I just want to show how capable this is. This aircraft is really, really, really capable of doing some amazing things. I've been testing this a little bit, and look at this. Phenomenal climb. Very, very stable. It does seem to be very, very fast. I don't know how realistic this one is, but I think it's really, really fun. It doesn't really have an autopilot, so you're gonna have to hand fly this, at least as far as I know. It might have an autopilot, but I don't think it does. Here we are on the red tape, but here we are not, so I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Either way, very, very stable. So let's trim this for level flight. It's very, very easy to trim this. And sorry about my voice. My throat is... I got a little bit of a cold, a little bit of sore throat. So yeah, sorry about that. I kind of held down the trim button way too much. Let's go easy on the trim. There we go. There we go. It is easy-ish to trim this. I flew this for a little bit earlier, and there we go. Looking good. And this is why I like Alaska so much. Look at this. This is the airport we took off from, and right here we have a different airport, and we have to use this. Okay, here we have another airport, yeah, this is Alaska. You can do some amazing bush flying here. And going back to this aircraft, it is very, very stable. It handles beautifully, in my opinion. I do think it's easy to land as well, so that's really, really a plus. Now I'm just gonna point back towards the airport. Since we went over the hill, I think this is the city. But yeah, the airport should be on the other side of this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull my joystick all the way to the left, then all the way to the right. I just want to show how fast this turns, how fast this rolls actually. So level flight, and you can actually maintain yourself pretty well. Let's pull the throttle a little bit. I don't want to overspeed. There we go. Let's point back towards the airport. Go. And level flight. There we go. All the way to the right. So yeah, this is how fast this rose. Now we're gonna be doing the same with the rudder. So as you can see, it is very, very functional. The outside, you can see the surfaces, they are animated. For the flaps, as you can see, they are animated. I gotta say, I'm very, very happy seeing all the amazing mods that we're getting for Microsoft Flight Simulator. We have some really, really good ones. The developer community is so dedicated, it's incredible. I'm gonna bump the throttle just a bit so we can get a little bit faster to the airport, which we can see right there. That's the airport. That's what we call an airport. It's just like a tiny dirt strip. On the end of the runway you have a mountain, on the other end you have a couple of houses, and it's fun. It's a fun little runway. And we're approaching. I'm gonna pull back the throttle just so we can lose speed. There we go. And we can prepare for the landing. I do find this very, very easy to land. You just have to be a little bit careful and you're gonna be good. No throttle, no flaps. And it does kind of maintain the speed pretty well, I think. Okay, so I am full flaps and ready to land. I do know I'm low, but I feel like we don't have a lot of runway here, and I kind of want to approach low with a low speed, and then we can touch down smoothly, or as smoothly as I can. There we go. Now, joystick all the way back, and there we go. Just so we can burn some speed, and we can start braking. You gotta be very, very careful, otherwise you're just gonna nosedive. I'm not sure if they have a term for hitting your nose on the ground if you brake too hard. I call it nosediving. That's what I feel like it should be called, nosediving. I am guilty of nosediving way too many of these. By these I mean this kind of plane. The name kind of escapes my mind right now. I'm gonna blame it on lack of sleep. No, there we go. just a minor scare. I imagine if you have pedals and you can actually control how much you're braking, it's not that much of an issue. I just use a hotkey on my joystick. I use the firing trigger. You know, like joysticks usually have a firing trigger up top, in the front of the joystick, up top in the front. So yeah, that's what I use for my braking. And yeah, this is the FK9 Mark IV. It is a freeware. It is on flightsim.to. I'll have a link in my description down below. And if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And it also lets me know you guys enjoy the content. And wherever you are, I hope you stay safe, fly safe. Bye bye.